Hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Coins Monster. What's up, guys? How you all doing today? First off, guys, I'm sorry I had to be away for some time. I have a business to run, and that business picked up unexpectedly and in a big way. Okay, so I had zero time to even study the markets, let alone post any calls, any updates. All right, but I'm back at it now. So let's get into it. Alright, as you all know, it crashed. Okay, everything just collapsed. Alright. Now, looking at the macro, I am going to say I do not believe this is the bottom for Bitcoin or for any other market yet. Okay. Now, I will get into all these details in the macro view in just a second, okay? But simply taking a look at Bitcoin, guys, this support was taken out, okay, massively, okay? It tested the wick right down in here, but then it broke down with force, all right? So even if we do get a bounce in the next days or so, it will only be up to test this major level, which is now resistance around 28k. So it's going to be tough. Okay, this is showing absolutely no signs of retracement to the upside. I mean, okay, now we can just do this and draw ourselves a channel, but honestly, this is simply a bear flag. Okay, a massive bear flag. Here we go. All right. Now the second bit should come down to about 19k, 20k. That is the psychological high of the previous all-time high that Bitcoin made in 2017. All right. So now that the support is completely broken and with force, huge selling pressure. Now there's a lot of FUD going around. Now we got USDT, which depegged from the dollar. We had the Terra Luna, but now we got Celsius, and thank goodness when people asked me about Celsius, I told them I really don't like it because they would have lost again a ton of money. Well, hey, FUD is dumping on the markets, okay? Now, why I do not believe this is the bottom? Well, I'm just going to take a look at the S&P for a minute, okay? Now the S&P is clear cut and got rejected by the resistance zone. Okay, it also broke down the support and it just gave all the gains back in a second. Now it's even breaking down the parallel channel, the falling wedge. So we do not know honestly where this thing will bottom at. Okay, personally, judging by what I see on the chart, I could just easily say, look, this is going to be the bottom, around 3,300 points. 3,300 points to 3,500 points is where the ideal bounce will come at. Okay, so honestly, that's what I'm seeing, right? But this is what the chart is telling me now. When I take a look at this with the indicators, okay, this green move right here, this one was not strong enough, and it just fell down and gave all the gains back. Okay, and we have not even started the red hill, which is the sell pressure. So we do not know where that will bottom. Okay, now to me, when I look at this indicator, it's looking like it still has a lot of sell pressure to go through. All right, so I would look for a bounce around 3,300, 3,500 before I even decide to make a move of buying any stocks. Okay, and that goes for crypto as well. Since it's directly correlated to crypto, I'm still patiently waiting to make my long-term buys. Okay, simply because the market is just not right, and I'm honestly not a big fan of just buying for the sake of cheap prices and watching it go down another 55%. Okay, which can easily happen. So I'm just patiently waiting. Alright, now we take a look at the Dow Jones. with the Dow Jones, we got the same issue. Okay, they've all broken with the sell pressure being ridiculously high. Okay, insanely high, and it's not even completed the red hill yet. So we got the same thing. Now once these parallel channels are broken, is hell is breaking loose, to be honest. And with Dow Jones, now this is not even the real support, right? If I go back and take a look at this is not even the real support. Neither is this. Okay, but if I had to take a guess where it will bottom out at, I would say anything between 28,000 points and 26,000 points. That is where I expect a little bit of range, a little bit of pause out from the bearish move. All right. Now, I went through a few things and I understood what is happening, and the simple fact is you actually have a descending channel. Okay, so this is a Wyckoff distribution in a massive way. Now that it actually broke down, it's a Wyckoff distribution, and these typically happen with multiple tops, and usually you get it formed into a descending channel, which I have drawn for you in this massive line. Okay, it went up, did a bearish retest of the breakdown, and then it crashed. Okay, so I had to venture a guess again. 10%, that is the minimum move. So it still has a bit more to go, but given the fact that the sell pressure is too high, the market sentiment is absolutely in the gutter, I wouldn't be surprised if that thing goes down to 26,000 points. Okay, now this will affect crypto in a big way. Another thing that no one expected is the level of the dollar. Okay, now dollar is about to go parabolic. Oh, look at that, the fractal is actually coming to fruition. Man, I hate it when I'm right in bearish moves. Okay, so I had a fractal drawn here. Okay, we had notice of a new variant coming out or something ridiculous, and then this is a fractal from the C19 sell-off, and the dollar when it took a massive run up to the upside. Okay, so this fractal right here shown in the purple is actually I've taken into an extended version of it, and it's broken into all-time highs. Right about now it's broken into all-time highs. Okay, I think it's over 12 years now. It's over 12 years all-time high now. This thing is just about to run up, and I do believe there's a big chance it goes up to about 120. Okay, now if I just go back onto the weekly chart, this is not good, guys. Honestly, this is not good. This is one of the reasons why I'm still waiting, and I believe Bitcoin is not done bottoming yet. Okay, 120 is right about there. Okay, and since this has broken out and with force, I wouldn't doubt this goes back to about 120, at least to 116s. Okay, also it's looking like a massive cup, so we'll just have to see. If I take in the fib retracements, that will go all the way up. It's basically just doing a one-to-one. It's doing a one-to-one. Then if we go all the way from back there, going up to 120s, means it's actually going to the 618. It could hit the 0.702. So there is still move left on the dollar, which means the whole market, the rise of the dollar, guys, is going to crash the market. Okay, simple as. Now, there is one thing that we should definitely keep in mind. Okay. Now, this right here is where the bull run was. Okay, 2016 to 2018. All right. Now after the COVID, we had the bull run again. Okay. But I'm just looking at the format right here. Every time it goes up, it crashes back down. Goes up, it crashes back down. Now this is a big move. Okay, this is a massive move. So it still has a parabolic leg up. Okay, no doubt about it. But it most likely will do something of this nature. Alright? Most likely it does something of this nature and then starts to crash back down. Okay? I cannot say when that will be, but to be honest, looking at the charts, estimating a few retracements here and there, I think by fall it should hit, or right before fall it should hit about 120 levels, maybe even 126. Okay, it still has a bit of strength on the weekly chart. Okay, it has a bit of strength, and we need to see it diminish slightly. Okay, also the parabolic moves, which means the FOMO is strong, and with the panic sell that is currently going on, and that is, in my opinion, going to continue at least for the next couple of weeks, the dollar is going to get stronger. Okay, people are going to FOMO back into the dollar. All right, now in the group, in the trading room, we were extremely aware of it. We did not catch the tops, I will be honest with you guys, but we definitely got out of most of our trades and holds right around when the dollar went from 97 all the way up to 100. We were getting out. Okay, it's simply because there was further down movement to go, and this looked like it was going to retrace and then go back up. So we're still holding, which means we don't have to panic sell when the dollar actually hits 120 or 115. That will be, in my opinion, where the bottom of Bitcoin lies, and that's when we should see a nice rally in the markets. Okay, by about fall, estimated by fall, that's where I see it. Now, the bonds have also gone up, the 5 years, the 10 years, and they have broken into all-time highs. Okay, so that is everything that is going to kill the markets if it hasn't already. I think there is still a bit more to go. Okay, now if we take a look at the gold also started crashing. That is because the dollar is still going higher. Okay, this is a clear-cut double top. I am not going to buy gold yet. Okay, now this is exactly what I expect the dollar to do, by the way. Okay, now that we're here, this is exactly what I expect the dollar to do. Dollar is around about there. We need dollar to hit 120s and get to about this level, and then make some sort of pattern like that before it can crash. Okay, now as for gold, I believe gold should have a nice little retracement. It should come back down to like about 1600s or 1700s. That's a good level where to get gold at. By the way, this looks like Ethereum's chart, to be honest. Okay, so there should be a nice little back test before it can continue and then go on to the upside. So I'm not a big fan of longing gold, nor buying gold at this very moment, or any other precious metal like silver. Even though I'm a big fan of silver, now is not the right time to buy. Okay, because every single person is going to be stuck in cash, which means nobody will be buying assets. Risk off assets. Alright. Now this is a bearish retest of the support level it just broke. Alright, here we go. You can see. So it still has further down to go. This is a bit more advanced than gold. Alright. But judging by the charts, you can see where I'm at. It should definitely come back down and have a nice retracement. So about 18s and 19s which is exactly where I was looking to buy silver anyways. Alright, so this is what we got. But going back to Bitcoin, this is the macro reason why I'm actually not buying anything at the very moment. Okay, of course, don't get me wrong, if I see a good trade, I'll post it in the trading room and I'll personally take those trades to make myself some bank. But if I were to be honest, I do not believe this is done. Okay, I do not believe this is done. This still has to do a nice back test. Okay, so this was 20k, right? This is not a strong support. This is nothing but a psychological level. So if the S&P has a little bit more further down movement to go through, so does the Dow Jones, and the dollar still has to go through the upside. I believe it's gonna have a little bit of bounce either from 16k or 17k and 20k. In between that range, we should see a little pause out, a nice rally towards the upside in the fall, and then crash. But it still remains to be seen, because it's ridiculously hard to predict where this thing will bottom at, because this is nothing but a bear market structure, and it's impossible to predict. Impossible to predict. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fib levels. Alright, so we got rejected twice by the 1618, and usually when in a corrective structure they come back down towards the 786, 702 and the 618. Alright, this will definitely be a nice little strong support. Okay, also if I just drag this thing out, okay, this is a nice little bullish trend line. Okay, and if Bitcoin does come down here, it's going to just remain in the channel. Okay, which means about even 8,700 is a possibility. Also, do keep in mind there was a flash crash that happened all the way up from 64k down to 8,400. Okay, so if it does come down to about 8,700, that means it's just coming down to test the wick, which means 8,700 is actually going to be a brilliant place to start buying. Alright, now, but anything is possible. We just have to wait for Bitcoin to pause out, okay, as it did in 2018, right, when it bottomed and it had a pause, okay, from his dropping structure, from his bear market structure. So if you get something like this around here, that's your signal where you can just start to buy, okay, in my opinion. Okay, but it's impossible to predict what the bottom is going to be looking at these candles. Okay, it's basically null. It's nothing but red and bearish engulfing candles. Bam, 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 bam. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight weeks. One bearish retest, and then again weekly. So, in my opinion, more patience is needed, and we need for a pause out in Bitcoin. But this time around, guys, there's a lot of bearish structure that is going on. Plus, we got the inflation, the Fed rate hikes, and of course, the surge in YouTube and Google for inflation has skyrocketed, which means people are panicking and they're actually going into risk of assets like gold and silver and just staying in dollars. Okay, so all that is not good for the markets. All right, so you just gotta wait and see where it actually does a good bottoming structure opposite to the bear flag that we see here, so we can start to buy. All right, now one thing is for sure, if you can be a little bit patient, you'll get brilliant buying opportunities. All right, brilliant buying opportunities. I mean, Take a look at Link, for example, right? Nobody believed Link would actually come back down to $5, right? And look at that, there it is. 530 was his bottom, and this is a bearish structure, so I think still has a little bit more to go. But everything basically has this pattern right here, which is a bearish pattern. Okay, it's a descending channel with a Wyckoff distribution. So they are all going to come and back test where they broke down from. Okay, and where they broke out from, which means it should, Chainlink could actually come back down to about $3 or something like that. Okay, same as Bitcoin. You can draw the trend lines and see. Alright, but keep in mind the 200 weekly moving average for Bitcoin. Okay, the price has officially broken down from the 200-day moving average. Okay, 200 weekly moving average is sitting exactly where the price is right about now. Right now, if 22,700 is broken, it's completely done, and this thing is actually gonna fall like there is no tomorrow. All right, so that is it, guys. This was the update, and just wanted to let you know that it's still very, very risky to start buying. And even though it's risky, you can start looking at some projects that you can invest into for the upcoming years. Okay, but research must be done, patience is needed, and before making any rash decisions. All right, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is no way an investment recommendation. For simply doing this for education purposes and to thank you for all the support that you guys given to the channel. All right, so guys, thank you for watching. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, do subscribe. It helps my channel in a big way, so I can get out and help more people. All right, also there is a link to my Telegram group in the description. Come in, there's a lot of people, a lot of helpful people, experienced traders. It's tight community and very polite. All right, you're gonna love it in there. All right, guys, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay blessed. I'll catch you in the next video.